Hello, this is 3coursethoughts here. Today's video is going to be a discussion on gender role confusion. This is a topic that is emerging in importance, and today's video I'm going to talk about the what, the hows, and a potential solution for this problem. So you don't want to miss that. Just stay tuned for the video. Now, with respect to this gender role confusion, I don't necessarily mean the traditional aspects that delve more into gender norms, but more so an evolution of that, which deals with the freedom and handling of the freedom. And there seems to be a great deal of confusion on how, generally speaking, each gender should proceed in managing said freedom. As a result of this, basically, we have a situation in which men are being more feminized, so they're delving a little bit too much into the feminine side, and women are being more masculinized, possibly delving too much into the masculine side. Continuing on that topic, we need to consider, how did we get here? How do we get to a stage where there's confusion with gender roles? Well, as a result of a great deal of social changes that are brought about based on things that occurred at the time, suppressing matters that needed to be addressed, these causes and of these changes and also the results were rooted not only in culture, so it wasn't only a cultural change, but it had trace amounts or biology, it carried biology along with it as well. So throughout the ages, we had a situation in which, with respect to the social changes, that there was a slow progression with respect to both men and women with their general gender roles, the roles that they play amongst each other within society. So men went from basically hunters to protectors of some sort to providers, think of 50s and such, to quote-unquote equals. And women now, conversely, also went through various changes as well. They went more from gatherers to being protected, to nurturers, taking care of the family at home, to quote-unquote equals. Now, if you've noticed, I use a quotation with my previous point. I use a quotation with my previous point because what does it mean to be equal exactly? What does that mean? Does it mean to be exactly the same in every way? Or is it more so the ability to be granted the same or similar opportunities, regardless but not necessarily the same abilities? So basically you have a situation where you can be on the same playing field, be allowed to compete or enter a field or vocation, and then you let your actions and abilities do the talking. I'm gonna let you guys decide this in the comments. Tell me what you think, what equals means to you, or what it means. So continuing on that note, on the idea of being equals, there may be also the idea of pseudo-equality. So pseudo-equality may be the idea of being exactly the same, and this may potentially put icing on the cake with respect to gender confusion, especially since gender roles are probably no longer defined due to more freedom and liberties, as they should be, because there are many pros and cons. There are a few pros and cons to both of these things. So, for example, some pros with gender roles is that gender roles are usually guidelines that are in tune with our biological drives and natures, and they also are generally attractive to the opposite sex. Conversely, some cons of gender roles are that they're quite restrictive once you add consciousness into the mix. So by consciousness, I mean that we're sapient living things, so we attune logic with our instinct. There's this awareness with respect to our our instincts and drives. So, with an issue like this emerging, I have two potential solutions that I'd like to suggest to you all. So the first potential solution is acknowledgement of gender role confusion as an actual issue, and not something to be swept under the rug, that you're confined to a particular role and you only do, like, you're only a man and you only do men stuff, and you're a woman, you only do woman stuff. Those days are over. They're not coming back. But with that being said, this is an issue. So for the non-believers, acknowledge that this is an issue that's here to stay. On the other end, for those that are dealing with this issue, that acknowledge this is an issue and are dealing with it, you may be in a place of confusion. Try to make peace with your situation and come out on the other end to the best of your ability. Seek a safe space, counseling, help, different perspectives opposite to what you believe in and also what you believe in. Compare the two and make your own conclusion. The second potential solution for the individuals mainly is, I would suggest acknowledgement of both the masculine and feminine, because there's beauty in both, and to find a ratio that goes best with your frame and preferences together, which can vary from time to time. So for a man, you may feel more quote unquote emotional, you express emotion with respect to your frame and such, and females vice versa. If you guys have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments for potential solutions and such. I'd really appreciate that. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys have a good one. 3course thoughts. I'm gonna catch you in the next one.